Alright, how we doing, folks? Your boy Marcos over here. It's one of these games that we beat, man. It's the Order 1886. I'm a little bit backed up here. Not backed up in like the sense of downstairs, you know, but backed up in terms of the games that I beat. So this is episode number 24. Game number 24 I knocked out this year. I think I'm like 26 now, 27. But I'm going to try to get some of these episodes over here quick. I haven't had a chance, man. With NFL starting and everything, it's been crazy. Shout out to the homie Tom Brady, though, beating out that 4-game suspension. Yo, that's what's up, man. I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually going to try to post this video up right before the game starts here on Thursday. But I'm looking forward to that game right here. Let's start this right off the bat, man. The Order 1886, I gave it a 7.4 out of 10. I got it for 20 bucks, and that's what I was going to get it for. You know what I'm saying? When this game came out, I looked at the graphics. I was like, dang, like really good. Like these are up there some of the best graphics I've seen in a game that I've played. And then, you know, I heard the reviews and stuff, and I heard it was kind of just whack and kind of just average cover-based shooter. Not really anything too crazy to write home to mom about. Just all right, you know. So when I looked at it, I was like, I'm not going to get this for the PS4. You know, and the PS4 doesn't have that many exclusive games to even play on, and I mainly play on Xbox most of my games. So I was kind of looking forward to playing a PlayStation game, and it was kind of this and Bloodborne. Bloodborne apparently turned out really well. I haven't had an opportunity to play that yet. But the Order 1886, I heard it was pretty quick to beat too. So I was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna buy this. It was 20 bucks. That's the price range that I'll go with. And you know, one of the things that you get caught up with games is the price of the game. You know, whether it's worth a $60 game or not. The game is worth the experience that you get out of it. You know, that's the price that I'd put on it. And I kind of looked at this from afar, and I'm pretty good at judging games that I'm going to like, and I'm pretty good at judging games and what they're worth. And although this is probably a $60 game in terms of the production value and everything that they put into it, the experience I was going to get for it, to me, rated at the 20-point range. So that's why I copped it when it was 20. Bloodborne, for example, I'd pay $60 for Bloodborne if I didn't have anything else to play, but I don't. I have a bunch of other stuff to play, so I'm honestly going to wait for that one. I've seen it for 30, and I've almost gotten it. I'm probably going to wait for that to go to like 20 or 25 or 30, and scoop it up over there and probably put up a video on that over there, because I do want to try that out. I'm not a big Dark Souls guy or Dark Souls player. You're going to see a couple fails here, by the way, and I kind of left them in there because they're cool. Like, there's some of the funner parts of the game is seeing your character get kind of just demolished, and it's pretty interesting, you know, how hateful they are sometimes with them. And also just because, hell, if you've seen any of my other PlayStation videos, I am not familiar with the controller at all, man. I feel so bad. I don't know how I don't know the controller. The Order 1886, though. Cover-based shooter for the most part. Takes place in, like, the late 1800s, 1886. And you're part of this fraternity or this order. You know, it kind of seems to go back to, like, King Arthur and all those guys or whatever, like the Order of Knights back in those days. And you kind of have this healing thing that heals you, whatever. So there's a little, like, supernatural influence to it. And obviously you see the werewolf, the Lycans. They're kind of an enemy over there. And I don't want to spoil too much, but there are maybe, you know, a couple other types of supernatural beings, or maybe one other type, actually, they kind of deal with. For the main part, it's werewolves. And even then, for the main part of the game, you're really just fighting soldiers. And you're really playing what I felt was a kind of whacker Gears of War. Gears, especially like the first one, you know, this is one of those games where I will say this. I think the Order 1887 or the 1886.2 will be a lot of fun, especially with how the game ended. You know, it kind of left it pretty open-ended for a sequel, and in terms of what could even happen in that, I'm not going to do the spoiler thing here now, but it left it pretty open-ended over there, and I really enjoyed the ending, and I enjoyed a lot of parts of the game. Like this part of the game I kind of enjoyed. I enjoyed some of the horror elements in the game, which kind of came around when you had to deal with the Lycans and whatnot. Overall, the Lycans fights, though, were for the most part pretty corny. There was kind of this one and another one that was pretty good, and the other ones you kind of just shot at them before they jumped at you, and then you stabbed them, and that was it, and it was kind of like, yeah, I don't know about that. So, to me, the forte of the game were graphics, number one. The gameplay is solid. There's nothing crazy here to write home to mom about. If you played Gears of War, you played something similar to the Order. The weapons are obviously a little bit different. There's no chainsaws in this case, but there are some weapons that Nikolai Tesla makes up for you and stuff that are, you know, like these air push guns or whatever, and they do some special abilities and whatnot, and that was pretty cool. But nonetheless, it wasn't anything revolutionary, and there was even some stuff like I think you could kind of slow down and pick your targets, kind of like Red Dead Redemption thing, and I only did like a handful of times, honestly, in the game. I didn't really care too much for it. Variety in guns, you know, you kind of had pistols and you kind of had a shotgun and there was like a sniper, but you didn't really get a chance to use them all too much, and they didn't feel that they were that important. I played the game, I think, on hard mode, so you know, I played it at a substantial difficulty or whatever the hard mode equivalent was in this game. Oh, here I'm trying to figure out what are you trying to tell me to do? I gotta juke with my right stick or whatever, so I'm over hitting it with the left one because that's the only one I really use. And then I kind of thought about it, I was like, oh, it's telling me the right one. Oh, alright, that's cool. So you guys are probably going to see me die here, but like I said, the deaths look pretty cool in this game, so I wanted to leave those guys in. You know, just give you the natural experience. I really only kind of died during quick time events, honestly, and stuff like that. And that's pretty brutal right there. I could get down with that. It's kind of like in Tomb Raider when they cut off, when you see like Lara get like this painful ass death. You obviously don't want to die, but at the same time, if you don't die like those times, you're kind of missing out on experience there with it. There were some glitches in the game, honestly, which was kind of a little bit strange. Like some kind of bizarre glitches, like, you know, like I wouldn't be able to pick up a gun because it went through a wall or something, or I had a couple times when my character got stuck and I couldn't move. It was a little bit odd. You know, it's kind of, I know like the previous Assassin's Creed got hit, Unity got hit a lot with glitches and whatever and all that stuff, but I feel like that was, like, I didn't have a single issue with it. Personally, and same thing with Halo. Like Halo had a bunch of glitches and stuff. Multiplayer when that came out, I didn't get hit with any of them. So it kind of goes and comes with whatever the territory. But to me, it happened over there. And there's just a lot of just dull moments in the game. And like, you know, you'd get to like one kind of cool story part, for example. And the story was up and down throughout the whole game. But you get to like one cool story part, and you'd want to like kind of follow up on that and be like, all right, what's next? And the next thing is just walking through a tunnel that's dark for like 5 minutes, and you're like, what happened? Like, how did I go from having this intense ass fight to absolutely nothing? I think they got to improve when they make the Order 1887, which I think they will make a sequel to this. I think Sony will allow these guys to make another one, just based on the production value over here. And here I thought I actually kind of messed up a little bit because I was like, my guy, yeah. It's like, we passed away. I don't know if I'm supposed to get stabbed. I think you do, though, at some point. But, yeah, at first I was kind of like, what happened over there? Good thing with checkpoints, though. They put checkpoints everywhere you needed to be, and it's kind of your modern game in that sense. You know, it's not anything too crazy to beat. I think I beat it in like 7 hours, if that. And if I know the control a little bit better, I probably, if I would have played it like a normal or something, I think I could have flew that by that thing in maybe 5 or 6. But, you know, I stopped and enjoyed stuff, and I read some of the stuff as well that goes along with the story and whatnot to kind of get acclimated with that. There's also like these little recordings they could get, which I think add on further to the story. Unfortunately, I didn't find the way to actually play them while I played, so I was like, I just don't have the time to sit here in the menu and hear about something that I don't even know if it's going to be too good or not. So I kind of let that pass over there. Overall, though, man, if you're looking for a PS4 game to play, for $20 you get the Order. I'd do it if I were you. You know, you get yourself one of the exclusives to the PS4. It's a quick game, you know, and to me there's a certain value that comes with that, especially with, you know, just the hours that I work, the YouTube channel, having like 16 jobs, the 15 kids, the wifeys, you know, there's an intrinsic value in games that don't take 1,000 hours to beat. You know, Metal Gear is great. I look forward to playing it. But I just don't got the time to like be that thoroughly invested as where other people can. And I won't get as much as that game as I would be able to if I didn't have that time restriction. So there is something of value in terms of games that respect your time and respect that there's other things to play and respect the length of it. I just wish that I wish they would have even trimmed a little bit more, honestly, because some of the content was just a little bit unnecessary, and you're left sometimes dubious as to whether enemies are just infinitely respawning or if you just have to keep going, or like there's some parts of the game that are kind of like, ugh. So for every cool moment like this one right here that I'm showing you guys, there's 2 that are just, ugh. That's the only unfortunate part about the Order. But for $20, I'd get it. For anything else after that, probably lay off it. Overall, I'll get a 7.4 out of 10. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We out.